Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Hi, welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Yeah, it is a Friday. Hello. Yeah, Bird's getting it going over there. A little beatboxing for you. Kick off your weekend. See everybody. Bird's had a couple drinks.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I get that at least 25% of our audience thinks I'm an alcoholic. I'm okay with that. I've accepted that.
You're okay with those odds?
I'm totally fine with this.
25% thinks that you're crazy and you're an alcoholic. 25% thinks that you sound fun and want to party with you. 25% want to sleep with you.
And 25, they want me dead. So it's like, whatever. It's 50% like you, 50% hate you. And such is life, my friend.
Pretty good odds. Better than some.
Yes.
Yeah. It could be a lot worse. Well, welcome to it. Hopefully you guys got big plans going on this weekend.
I'm ready to have some fun.
And
Yeah.
I bet you are. Boys' night sounds great.
I'd love to have some fun with you fuckers. It's been a minute since we've tasted the town, challenged the night.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. There's no doubt about that. It's coming.
I like the term, let's take the night. Let's take the night.
Like
is
captive,
ours.
yeah.
Let's take
Yeah.
it. It belongs to us.
Right. Absolutely. It's going to happen soon. They're starting to crank things open. I think life's going to start getting back to normal a little bit more.
Downtown at the Gardens looked like it was very active yesterday.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are going out. A lot of people are just like, all right, let's get this thing going. You know, they're just ready to do it. For us, we're in a good spot now. We were in a bad spot earlier, and, you know, at least numbers-wise, if you do trust the Department of Health, I know many don't, but if you do, they're doing what we should be doing, 5% or below for 11 of the last 13 days. That's all good, and they're starting to crack open some bars again.
Do you foresee a KVJ event in 2020 or shit
No.
that?
No, I don't think we're going to get to 2020 because, you know, the other thing too is you also have to factor in, let's say we could and it's all good and like, yeah, go ahead if you want to, but the whole thing is still a lot of people are going to be living by Virginia law and be like, I'm not ready to go out yet. And then you got to say, we would factor that in, be like, yeah, we could have an event, but 5 people show up.
Right.
I think more people would show up than 5.
I think you would see 25% of your normal turnout.
You think that's what it would be, 25?
I do. I think that if we did a big event, we might be able to get 25% of what we normally would get, but I won't be there.
There's 91 people in the chat room right now, and it's growing as I'm talking. How many people would do a KVJ event? Honestly, in the chat room. Is
If
it only...
pre-COVID, all 91 of them would have shown up on a normal basis, I'd say 20 of them come, 20, 30 of them. I don't know.
The chat room, though, they are diehard, and those are the people that really, you know, mean so much. I think they would say, I'm going to go half of the chat room would come.
Really?
I believe it.
Yeah, feels
I
like
do.
it's about a 50-50.
I do.
To me, kind of where we are and where people are set. There's still the people that are, you know, of course there's people on both sides, but I mean, you're trying to dial into the medium. Of course, we always have those, you know, fringes on both sides.
You're really getting it this morning in the 6 o'clock hour.
Oh, yeah, I knew I was. You know, I knew that I would. You just can't address stuff. If you missed it earlier, we were talking about the woman that got tased by the cop in my hometown of Logan. It was a viral thing last night. And, of course, it's, you know, gone very political and whatnot.
It's kind of crazy, though, that your mom knows the cop and knows, like, intimate details.
Well, it's a town of 6,000, so, one, you pretty much know about everybody. And that's the way it is. And my dad's an attorney, and they don't have a ton of attorneys in Logan. And so, you know, a lot of people know my parents. They, you know, go to the biggest church, and they've been around forever, you know. So that's just kind of Logan for you.
The guy you were talking about, Schmitty, the guy that's in the national spotlight, did you ever have any kind of moment with him?
I don't know. I didn't know anything about him. In fact, I didn't know when my mom called me yesterday what it was all about. And she was calling him Schmitty, and somebody said, I think his name's Smith. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I played with a bunch of guys named Smith. We call him Schmitty.
Yeah, and so that's what my mom was referencing him to. And my mom was really distraught about the whole thing because, I think they'd been friends with him for a while. And my mom was saying before this, they were going to take he and his daughter in for a while because he was just really kind of on the ropes financially, and he's got an adult daughter with special needs, and he was going through a lot. So they were trying to give him meals and help him out. And she's my mom was like in tears yesterday. She's like, he doesn't need this. He doesn't need this. I know a lot of people are calling him a Nazi and they're all over him, and you can make
it's
your own
easy
judgments.
to say that.
Yeah.
It's easy to call somebody a name to shut the whole conversation down.
Yeah. So, I mean, we had a very lengthy discussion that if you want to go back and listen to it, you can dive into it. So I don't want to, because once you start unraveling it, you got to explain all the details and get deep on it. And,
We did that. Been there. Got the T-shirt. Now we're moving on.
So,
go back and check out the podcast.
Absolutely.
a
And
little bit more.
I still think that we could get a little groundswell of help for Schmitty. I got several messages on my own personal social media saying that if we did anything for him, that they want to contribute.
I will, stay in touch with my mom and see what's going on. Now, I had talked to my mom yesterday afternoon, rather early in the afternoon, and then last night, I know he was featured prominently on Fox News and the Tucker Carlson show. That show has great ratings, and it wasn't favorable for Schmitty, and it doesn't seem like the conservative viewpoint is very favorable for him. So I don't know where he is today.
Which is weird because your mom is a staunch conservative and super supportive of Schmitty. So
yeah,
she's putting politics aside to help a guy who deserves it. I think everybody should.
She doesn't believe in the mask ordinance thing. And he's, it's almost like here he is, a black man that believes in masks and he's going to tase you if you don't wear them. And, my mom's like, look, that's not the truth. It's a guy that just wants to keep his job. And the school had told him that, you need to kick this woman out because we told her to put on a mask and she won't. And it's our rule. And you're a paid cop to be here and to, do the stuff. And people are like going, he should have stood up to the school. And, you can't follow orders like that when they're not legal and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
They asked her to leave. It was a whole thing before the video started where they asked her to leave. She refused to leave. She could have just left and said, I don't want to be here then.
Yeah. So anyway, we had, like I said, we covered all points on it from earlier, and I'll maybe get some more information on it, today, and I'll let you know if I find anything out about it. If you want to get a mask, boy, this is something. Gregory said, check this one out. That looks more like a space helmet from the 60s. It has got a complete clear front shield. You put it over your head, and the mask goes all the way down around your neck.
Oh,
you
my
imagine
gosh.
trying to be in that?
You look like an astronaut. That thing is cool.
That shit's tight.
But the only thing, wouldn't it fog up on you?
They probably make it to where it doesn't fog up on you.
Yeah, I'm sure
Do
they
they?
thought of
Yeah.
that. That has to be their thought number one.
Or did they?
Because there's some things where you think, oh my gosh, this is going to fog up on me, and it doesn't. They do some kind of weird, I don't know.
I think there is a spray that you can put on some things so
It's
they don't
got
fog
a
up.
little mini AC in it, maybe. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I don't know if it's that
I love how
cool.
she goes,
A mini
it's
AC.
got a mini AC in it. Maybe.
Well, why is it so thick on the plastic part? It looks like there's something in there.
It definitely has an AC in it.
Yeah.
I would buy it if it had
Would
an
you?
AC.
You would wear that?
I would wear that.
Would you?
Fuck yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You like it because it's peacock. I would not wear that. There's no way.
It looks cool.
I'm keeping my basic thing on. I can't even imagine how it.
It looks like it's all encompassing of protecting you from any kind of droplets.
Are you against peacocking, Kev, or do you respect peacocking and you just understand that it's just not your lane?
I did back in the day. I mean, I can't say that I didn't. Yeah, when I was, young college Kev and drinking, I was all about, look at me and put on a show.
Look at me.
Yeah.
He was the naked fountain diver.
Yeah, I would do all that kind of stuff.
I'm saying modern day Kev, you don't look down on peacocking. You don't do it.
I like it. It's entertaining to me.
Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah, I don't ever be like, oh, that guy's so annoying or that girl, whatever. No, it doesn't bother me. I like it. I'm like, thank you for the free entertainment. It's not going to be what I'm going to do, but but I'm all for it. Go for it. Yeah,
I
please.
like when people put on a show, they do the work, they make it life fun for the rest of us.
Because life can be boring for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
You need a peacocker.
Yeah, totally.
Fuck
I
some
agree.
shit up, man.
I agree. Entertain me. Got an email here from a loyal listener. Said, hey, I want to thank you guys for mentioning The Social Dilemma on Netflix. I'm not sure I would have watched it without you bringing attention to it, having already formed my own opinions about social media. Watching the documentary brought me to tears, thinking about where this can lead to if we don't do something to change where this is going. This is a very real problem. I have a daughter, and I work with adolescents in my practice. I see the toll social media is taking on them, the strive to be perfect, the intolerance for difference. And it terrifies me. Even one child taking their life is unacceptable, and the rates of depression, anxiety, and suicide are climbing at ridiculous speeds. It is so important for us to have empathy for others and ourselves. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing or approving. It does not mean feeling the same way another person feels at the end of the conversation or about bringing them to your side of the argument. It's about listening and saying, I hear you, man. We're cool, even though we don't agree. It is also about accepting that we all have self-worth no matter what form we come in.
Thank you.
A $20 bill doesn't change in value because of what it's been through or how it looks. We all need to take a deep breath before we leave a world for our children that is full of hate directed at other people and ourselves. Thank you, KVJ, for making a difference in people's lives. After the jokes and the jabs are done, you find a way to accept each other at the end of the day. Love you guys. Stay safe. Stay real.
What a great level-headed email that is sorely lacking in a lot of just life today.
Yeah. Well, like I am saying to people that I truly believe that a majority of people are more towards the middle and more agreeable than what you are seeing on social media and on the news. And I really think it is time for sensible people who have empathy to start stepping up and saying, this is not how we do it. I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to name call. I'm not going to put people down.
I'm not going to scream and yell.
I'm going to learn to understand we have differences, and it's great that we do. Otherwise, the world would be boring.
My sister watched it last night on our recommendation, and I texted her. I said, tell me what was the best thing about The Social Dilemma. And she said, the realization that everything social media was not set up this way, but now it's being used to divide and separate us. Once you watch it, you totally see it. It makes sense why everybody's fighting each other. It's the algorithms.
Well, the thing that was eye-opening for me was sometimes I feel like people get in funks. They get in little depression moments and they don't know why. And I feel like social media contributes to all that. Social media is a good thing if you use it in the right way, but it's also very toxic. And humans are fragile people, man. We're very emotional creatures. We can't take too much overload of negativity. It starts to change your overall being. And to me, that's what I got from that.
A couple of bullet points, and to that, what was said, and it was an interesting thought that humanity, we've always had our own social circles. And those social circles, they are there to, as a peer group, kind of, help form our social behavior. With social media, what happened is our peer groups grew from about 10 members to like 10,000. And they said, humans are not built to deal with that kind of pressure and negativity. And that's what happens on social media. And that's where my mom was just so distraught about Schmitty, was she was just like, we were worried about him before. He had the world on his shoulders, and now there's just an avalanche of hate that you can't deal with when everyone on TV is talking about you negatively, and social media, and everywhere you go, you're being given that look, and now you are the poster child for this. And you're like, look, I care about my daughter. I care about having food for my family. That's what I care about. I'm not a poster child for anything, but that's just it. You're regular human, and most humans can't. Even celebrities crumble under the pressure.
Oh, they crumble the most.
We're not built to deal with that. And it's now happening to a lot of regular people, and that's the problem with it. And you're right, to the algorithm point, is the designers of all these social platforms have said, yes, it is built right now for engagement. What gives you engagement is tapping into emotions. When people get upset, they only care about that. This is set up to make a profit. That's what's more profitable. Lies travel further than the truth and get more engagement than the actual truth. So it's not even an interest to give you real information. It's an interest to give you fake information that makes you emotional, that keeps you engaged so that they can get more money for clicks and your time and attention.
And if you're all upset, just know you're doing what they want you to do. You are a puppet.
Fell in the trap.
If you're yelling and screaming and you're all upset and you're fighting on social media with people, and it doesn't matter which side you're on, they got you. And you need to be better than that and smarter than that.
Well, recognize it. I think that's the key. Recognize your emotions and say, okay, wait a minute. It's designed to do this. When I start to get, and I'm angry texting or tweeting or whatever it is I'm doing, that's where you're in. You're in the trap.
Don't let them upset you.
Yeah.
Don't let them profit off of you being all angry and writing nasty things on social media.
Bottom line is, though, you can scream it from the hilltops. Don't do this and don't get emotional. The only way people are going to learn is to go through it themselves. And that sucks because people are going to say, Virginia, whatever. I just won't tune into my social media. I won't read it. But until it actually affects them, it's not gonna get it. They're not gonna understand it.
Again, it's The Social Dilemma. It is on Netflix. It is a show about how social media is built to hack your brain, and it uses human psychology to do so. And it is now being manipulated even by some big world players to try to drive elections and to drive emotions, and can be used to topple governments. And it has really become a dangerous tool. And the people who created it are telling you that. So nobody knows more than the people who birthed this monster.
Because they didn't plan for it to go this way. And they feel bad. And they're like, oh no, what did we do?
I mean, what's shocking to me is that people are shocked that this is the result. Let's give a device where anybody at any time can go live and say whatever the fuck they want. And people are shocked that, oh my God, social media is bad. From MySpace on, it's been like this. It's just now catching up.
What I like was the key line that somebody texted back to me that really jumped out at me when I watched The Social Dilemma. If you're not paying for a product, you are the product.
It's a great line.
And that is what it is.
You're right.
They're buying you. Stacy said, I was listening to Wednesday's ATS, and I just wanted to say thank you. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one politically that feels the same as all of you. I have an opinion for who I'm going to vote for, but overall I'm neutral. I'm scared for this country regardless of the results. In the history of our country, we have accepted that our candidate has lost, but this year is different. It will not end on November 4th, so I just appreciate you voicing your concerns and bringing us laughter in a tumultuous time. After watching The Social Dilemma, I had to remove myself from social media until after the election. I found myself wrapped up in negativity. I'm an elementary teacher, and I have enough stress in my life.
Oh, Lord, girl.
Thanks again for always keeping us entertained, Stacey.
Yeah, there's some people who really are not politically driven. They're just a person that they go to Publix, they get a sub, they go to their job, they watch some TV, and that's their life. You know what I mean? They're not trying to make waves. And when you have those kind of people talking about how they're feeling this strain, that's when you know things are a little fucked.
Yeah, that's why I say I think we need a new understanding and a new reality. We need to unplug and we need to say, look, the world is not this crazy. They're amplifying the crazy.
And they're making you crazy.
Yeah.
If you're screaming and yelling, you need to have an introspective moment and realize, wow, I fell into the social media trap they built for me.
Well, the weird thing is, if you say a comment like, the world is not as crazy as you think, that's now a controversial comment, which it really shouldn't be. I think we all know that there's terrible things in the world. We all agree with that. But we also know that not everything's terrible.
Yeah.
Another suggestion here from Jacqueline.
Is this on?
She said, I got a recommendation for a watch, Requiem for the American Dream by Noam Chomsky. It's on YouTube. It's enlightening. Before I watched it, I was wondering how as a country we are at the point that we are today. It hasn't happened overnight, and there are so many factors playing against us. It's interesting seeing the whole picture and how the puzzle pieces fit. Very interesting. I'll take that home and check that out. Requiem for the American Dream by Noam Chomsky.
I feel like if I try to pronounce that, there's no way I'm not going to sound like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah? You don't think that'll roll?
Requiem for Dewey. Whatever it's called. Requiem?
Requiem? I got an email here from Michelle from a fun little meme that happened on social media. Vanilla Ice, remember when you told America if there was a problem, you'd solve it? Well, time to make good. And somebody responded to that and said, in fairness, he also told us to stop, collaborate, and listen. And I'm not sure we're holding up our end of the bargain either.
Damn.
Yeah, bold.
That meme went fucking viral, man.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Thought so, too.
You like that shit?
I do.
Share it then.
Yeah.
All right.
Junior had one the other day that people loved that she had shared.
Major viral posts that you saw.
I'm kind of good at the computer and the internet. Hello.
I'm kind of good at taking someone else's words and making it even more popular for us. Hey, whatever. It's got numbers.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It definitely hit the mark. It was a fun little post that had to do with wine and doing a taste test and boom, all that kind of stuff.
That wasn't your own meme, right? You shared that was someone else's.
No, I found that and shared it. Gosh, I wish I remember where I found it. I have so many fun, cute, spunky people that I follow on social media, and a lot of times the stuff that you see on KVJ is just stuff that I saw on theirs.
Yeah.
And I just grabbed it and reposted it because we have some really funky, fun listeners.
Yeah.
Is spunky an adjective that's a nice way of saying you're a high energy asshole?
No.
Spunky. Okay, I'm just making sure.
I love a spunky girl.
But you're spunky, and then let's bring it back to my original point.
You can be spunky and not be an asshole.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
You can be fun and spunky.
I get it.
Funky.
The post said, home COVID test. 1, pour a large glass of red wine. Try to smell it. If you can smell the wine, then drink it and see if you can taste it. Step 3, if you can taste and smell it, it confirms you don't have COVID. Last night, I did the test 19 times, and all were negative, thank God. Tonight, I'm going to do the test again because this morning I woke up with a headache and I feel like I'm coming down with something. I'm so nervous. That was the great little post that you shared. It's got 40,000 shares now from yours, and it's reached 3 million people. So good job, Virginia.
Look at you, fucking Steve Jobs of the KVJ.
Gosh, I wish I could remember who I stole that from so I can give them credit. Mm-hmm. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Beth in the chat room says, I posted that 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Beth, but did you go viral? Like Vicious V did.
Beth, did I steal it from you?
Yeah, Beth did. It's Virginia.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Stealing your shit.
Hey, I'm here to tell you I did not write it. I would never say I wrote it if I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Let me see a couple other emails. A question here for Jaybird from Veronica. Said, thank you for making me laugh every single morning. I do have a question. I've recently moved to Palm Beach County, and I bought my first house in Green Acres. And when Jaybird does all of his fast food taste challenges, you never mention Zaxby's. And I think there's Zaxby's sauce that is really good. I'm just wondering why there's no love for it.
I will absolutely answer that question. I try to be as loyal as an endorser to Bud's Chicken and Seafood. And I just know that when you start going into other realms, I'm not trying to do Bud's dirty. I'm here to promote Bud's. Not to say I don't love other chicken places. I think you guys get that. It's strictly business.
Yeah, Bud's pays the bills and he loves it, and they created a sauce together, so there's a very deep relationship.
I have a loyal...
You don't give no love to Chick-fil-A either.
I really don't, and I'm very loyal to Bud's because we have a great relationship, and it is a business thing, and I don't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. But yeah, there's of course there's great other chicken places out there. I think Bud's would even say, Bird, we hear what you're saying.
Yes.
They're not they're
not the only chicken shop in town.
and they're very reasonable people. That's why I love doing business with them. They're great. But that's why.
I got a question here about alter egos. So I got a few questions for Jaybird. What does Super Pie do for the other 364 days of the year?
It's a great question.
Okay.
Well,
he stews. He stews. He stews on anger. He's a man that seeks revenge.
where does he live when he's not here? I know he just flies in town and then...
No, that's Hulk Hogan. That guy is, just flying around all over the globe, porking, snorting, fucking doing it all.
Aren't fucking and porking the same thing?
Exactly. And that's what Hulk Hogan does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he big abuser, just does not drug abuser, I should say.
Beats women?
No. Hulk Hogan does not beat women. He is an unsavory character.
And he's a zombie.
Yeah.
So
Super Pie, he's driven by hurt, pain. He wasn't accepted. And as an adult, he wants revenge now. He wants to set the record straight.
Okay.
That's where Super Pie lives.
does he live here locally?
I don't think I should tell you where he lives.
I think he's bought the Budweiser house.
That'd be a good place.
He would love that place.
He would be. He's driven by revenge, Kevin.
Okay, revenge.
Revenge.
I know Gibby Darlington was a gay country singer, but before Virginia killed him, did he have a boyfriend? What was his type?
He had many boyfriends, and his type was whoever liked him back. Kind of like my type. Hey, Bird, what's your type? I don't know, whoever likes me back.
Whoever likes me back.
So will we ever see zombie Gibby Darlington?
Zibby Darlington. Gibby Darlington is not dead, only his left nut, which is actually my own left nut.
So it's zombie left nut?
Yeah, you actually did
That's your Halloween costume. You should go as Gibby Darlington zombie left nut.
That's
I know,
good.
I know I've talked about it 2 days in a row, but you really did a number on my nut and part of my penis with that paintball stunt.
Prove it?
No, it's still good. We're still good.
Truthers want to know what the name of the bird sauce is at Bud's, and that's it. Bird sauce.
Bird sauce, yeah.
Yeah. And question number 3 here. Said, I recently stumbled upon Lana's Instagram page. I was very excited but sad to see that she hasn't updated in a while. Where is that luscious queen? I miss her.
Lana has an Instagram?
Lana Instagram is not... That's not official. It's a renegade account.
Oh, it's a fan.
Oh.
It's a fan site.
Someone took Lana pictures.
Lana KVJ, there she is.
But she's gonna be back.
Does she have one of those, what do they call that My Fans? Is it?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
I don't know if you've done the research, and I don't think you have, but Lana comes into town in the fall, October, November, December. You start to see her kind of come around.
I'd like to see her do a WAP dance.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she should do that video.
That is the song.
She's got the wettest clam.
Wow, really?
She does, man. Hulk Hogan fucked her.
Did he?
Geez.
Wow. That seems right.
You might want to shut this down.
Yeah, this hooker hasn't posted since January of 2019.
That is that's a fan account.
January 2019. Wow.
The real
That's
Lana,
quite a drought.
The real Lana is out there. Maybe you'll see a little Facebook Live video this weekend.
Okay.
Maybe Lana needs to go to Club Bikini.
She should go to boys' night. She could really get it hard there.
Lana's a very controversial KVJ character. There's some people that really hate Lana. I'm not kidding you. They email Jason Pennington about Lana.
If I find out on Sunday that Lana blew Panda on Saturday, you're going to be in trouble.
That would be really weird to hear.
There's no way that Lana does not give a better blowjob than Vicious V. Sorry, not sorry.
Am I in a blow off with Lana?
Yeah, you just got into an impromptu suck off.
All right, Panda. I hope you're ready for this.
He's going to have a really weird Friday.
Oh, Lana.
We might get Club Bikini shut down.
All I'm saying is this. How do you spell Lana's name backwards? Yeah, Vicious V. She's not into that.
Panda's not either.
Okay. Yeah, that's because he's afraid to tell you he is.
You think Panda's into anal? I don't think he is.
I don't think I should talk.
Oh, no.
I don't think I
Come
should.
get this kid some more booze.
Denny's, get Panda on the phone.
He's got something to talk about.
All I'm saying is, let's say Panda
Wow.
was into anal. Let's just say for shits and giggles he was. Do you think he's going to talk about that after your comments for the last 4 years in the podcast? Very anti-anal over here. Virginia, I hate anal Sinicki.
Is that my middle name?
That's people into Quest to call you that.
Damn.
Remember
my own neighbors?
We talked about this on the Bitch and the Witch podcast. You don't remember that?
Jaybird, I was hammered for the witch and the bitch.
Oh, that's right. She gets top billing.
I get top billing.
In my own home, she gets top billing.
I know.
My own
feel
equipment.
right.
That's the only way I agreed to do
My
it.
own equipment, my house, my idea, but she gets top billing.
Yeah.
I got it.
She's that fucking
not
good.
crazy.
She's a good negotiator, huh?
Yeah, forget it. It's not crazy.
You don't remember what you talked about? Virginia, go back and listen.
Jaybird, I don't remember what we talked about at 9 o'clock today on this show, and I'm sober.
So
It was
you
filthy, Kevin.
talked about your husband liking anal, and
No.
you can't give him what he wants.
We talked. The anal got brought up on the
Yeah.
Witch and the Bitch podcast.
Yeah.
And Virginia was very vocal, as
Yeah.
she's been a lot of times about the butt.
Yeah.
And
My butt's very vocal.
obviously, Panda. Well, she doesn't even like a little tap.
Right, she talked about that just last week on the show where Panda came up, slapped her ass while she's doing dishes, and she about hauled back and punched him.
Which, by the way, I 110% respect. That everyone's into everything. I
No,
get it.
I don't like pain.
Yeah, no, and some people would even say it's more pleasure than pain.
Well, not for me.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, she don't like that.
But of course,
Even though she's BDSM curious.
she's not. No, she's BDSM judgment.
Oh, okay.
There's such a difference in her voice. Curious is, it sounds fun. It's,
Well, I thought it was all about whips and beating and spanking and all that, but
Yeah.
apparently it's not.
people want us to call Panda so bad.
Denny's, call him.
He's gonna, because here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's like, no, babe, I'm not into it, because he knows she's not into it. And he's a smart man.
Denny's
well, what-
tried.
all
Denny's
right.
tried to call Panda. Panda's not answering.
Because
All
he's
right,
a smart man.
What about that Italian porn star that he loves watching, Rocco?
Rocco.
Is that guy into anal? Because if that guy's into anal, and it sounded like he got a little rough in his sessions, you can probably imagine that he's into that. And if like he's some kind of hero for your husband, Virginia.
Rocco, should I even type in Rocco porn anal at work? Is that a good move?
Look, that's your own personal computer. If you can't do a Google search for anal on your own computer, I mean, come on.
Okay. Was his last name Surfiti?
Yeah, I think so.
He does anal cat. It's confirmed. It's confirmed.
So, I mean, you connect the dots here, and I think we got the answer. Would you agree, Virginia?
I mean, I think you have to hear it from the panda's mouth.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I didn't think that was what he's into.
So
It
believe
would
it,
make sense.
Believe it or
There'd
not,
be a yes.
Kevin, this was the big cliffhanger of the Witch and the Bitch podcast. We ended the I think we had an event to do.
Okay.
And we came over.
I showed up at an event like that.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. You came over, and maybe the people will know better than I will, but you came over. We had a whole conversation about the same thing we're talking about right
Okay.
now, and it ended with the weekend, and maybe Panda was going to get some ass, literally. And we
Really?
never came back and gave the people what they wanted.
I need to go back and listen to it.
I don't know if you want to.
I'm assuming Panda did not get
He
it.
didn't. He
No,
didn't.
I
He
can
didn't.
tell you pretty confidently. It did not go down.
So even if he comes on here and is like, yeah, I really like it, he's not getting it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
If Panda gave a "let's do it for our country" kind of speech, he
For America?
I mean, I love it. America loves it. You are still like, bitch, take out the trash.
I mean, I don't know. I can't say in absolutes anything is anything.
Off the table.
But if you got hammered enough, I mean, you talk about how he doesn't like when you get that hammered. Well, that might be a...
I think that's when there's no sex involved, Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Denny's is trying.
Yeah.
I like
Panda
that
is
you're
not
open to talk
answering.
about it on the air.
Yeah, Panda's not answering.
No shit. He's like, fuck this.
He's at work, so it's hard to talk about anal when you're at work.
Yeah.
And you sit like in a
was like,
bullpen.
what did you just say?
There's like cubicles all around you, and you're having a
Yeah.
anal convo.
You're right. It does kind of throw off the whole just flow of the workplace.
Yeah.
You got to take that outside.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like just from what I'm reading, and all the contextual clues.
I don't want to speak for Panda. I'm over here having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. But I would say this, V, you don't know the true answer with Panda. I don't know the true answer with Panda. He's going to, because he loves you and he knows that you're not into that, so he's going to obviously say he's not into that. That's what I'm saying.
But if you would come in and be like, going, let's try this.
Oh my gosh. Something tells me Panda might want to play.
That's all you need to know, Virginia. That's all you need to know.
Well, you've given me a lot to think about. I'm actually listening to a guy in a goofy tiger hat.
And that's on you.
I know.
Oh, is it a lion? That's a lion.
It's a lion. I know. It's
Yeah.
fucking confusing.
Okay. Fascinating stuff.
It is fascinating stuff.
Fascinating.
Fascinating stuff.
Fascinating.
Rachel sent an email and said, I've got some unfortunate news. One of your longtime listeners, Christopher, passed away. I was wondering if you could maybe just have a little, tribute for him on your show, because he would be tickled pink to even be mentioned on the show. It's funny. I'm the same one who said that he and his sister were being too sexual and weird towards each other, and you guys talked about it on the show.
What's his last name? Christopher what?
Because I actually wanted to know that too, because there's a couple Christophers that are KVJ Nationers that I definitely have a spot in my heart for.
Maybe Christopher Daniel. Got some photos there.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That
There you go.
sucks.
Oh, it looks like a
those
young
on
guy.
KVJ TV. Yeah.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
old friend. Rest in peace.
Yeah. And there's another photo of him. So,
Dang.
yep. Anyway, just goes on to say, we're engaged. I'm absolutely devastated, and your show is one of the few things making me not lose my mind, and the only thing still making me belly laugh like my fiance did. So he always got his mom with the Madhu and other jokes because he was funny and always joking around like that. So there you go. So anyway, sorry to see the passing of that, and wish you the best, Rachel. No, it's got to be pretty tough.
We're thinking of you.
And she closed it off by saying, and Jaybird, go fuck yourself.
I love it. That's great.
There you go. All right. Well, you guys have an amazing weekend. Thanks for being here for us. Always here for you. You guys send us any emails. You got something you want us to bring up, mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. You guys have an amazing weekend. We'll talk to you Monday.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.